Now, as for the positions that you're allowed to sleep in, sleeping on your back is okay, and sleeping on your side is okay, but you are totally not allowed to sleep on your stomach. The mechanics of sleeping on your stomach are terrible and will guarantee your neck will get screwed up every night. And when I say screwed up, I mean literally, like your spine is twisting in a screw-like fashion. Plus, you force the weight of your body through that twisting of the neck and you have a recipe for a very bad spine. So besides the mattress, the type of pillow you use is the other main factor for following the sleep instructions. Now for side sleeping, if you think about most pillows and what happens to them as the night goes on, you'll realize that they're going to compress. So we need to prevent that pillow from changing its support as the night goes on. Instead of a traditional pillow, I recommend using a stack of towels. The towels lose minimal height as the night goes on. They're always adjustable, and you always have access to towels, whether you travel for business or for pleasure, you're at a hotel or at a relative's house. So start with an appropriate thickness of towels that is about the span of your hands. Pick the side that is most comfortable for you. With this setup, one side is usually noticeably more comfortable than the other. Don't force yourself to sleep on the uncomfortable side. It will make you feel funky and you will think the instructions didn't work. Once you get the stack of towels, then lie down and see how comfortable you are. You can fine-tune by adding layers or removing layers of towel. You shouldn't have any pressure points on your hips or shoulders. Your shoulders shouldn't be rolling forward. If they are, the towels aren't tall enough. Your shoulders shouldn't be rolling backwards. If they are, the towels are too tall. The towels shouldn't feel hard on your face. If they are, try removing or adding one layer of towels. Now you shouldn't ball up into the fetal position with your chin tucked and your knees to your chest. Try to have just a gentle bend in your knees. And put your head back in neutral with your chin pointing outward. If you sleep in the fetal position, that will be like falling asleep in your chair, and this will drag a bone out of place in your lower neck and keep things out of whack. By the way, you're free to use a pillowcase around your towels so you can have the softness of your sheets to sleep on. The most classic mistake people make is they use only one folded towel. Now there's no way that this is enough for an adult. So remember, you need to start with 3 towels and fine-tune from there. Now if after some honest trials with sleeping with the towels is demonstrated, you feel like you want to give it up, then remember these 2 tips I'm going to give you. The first one is a foam pillow that was designed by an ABC chiropractor, the same one who designed the seat wedges. In our office, we have a demo that you can borrow for 1 week with a 100% deposit. Upon returning the demo, we will return your credit card deposit or check to you. If you don't bring it back within a week, then we'll assume you liked it and we'll process your deposit as payment. It's what my husband and I personally use and we love it. It's adjustable with different layers of foam. Personally, I love having a pillow for my bed instead of the towels, but it's not my #1 recommendation because it does cost $85. The last option is a compromise, so don't use this as your first choice, but it does allow you to resume using your favorite pillow. However, what you're going to do is prop it up with a smaller stack of towels than you would have otherwise needed. This will give you better support than you would have with just your pillow by itself. It isn't ideal, but it may help you transition into the ideal instructions down the road. A special note about sleeping on your side. If you wake up with your arm going numb or your fingers going numb, there's a couple of things that could be happening. The first one is you're probably putting your arm under your pillow. This is an instinctive thing to do if your pillow is too short. Check to see if your pillow could stand to have some extra layers added to it. Now, even if you're not putting your arm under the pillow, Your setup is outright too short and straining the nerves in your neck that control your arms. Add some extra height to the setup to take care of the numbness. You may have recognized that if you were to sleep on your back on top of that tall stack of towels, that you would probably be screwing yourself up. If you thought of that, you would be right. The way to get the right support for sleeping on your back is to have one towel and fold it into 5 layers for under your neck and 3 layers for under your head, like Michael's doing. When you fold the towel up, it's not into a roll. Instead, make deliberate folds. Don't make them too long either, so it's not too long for your neck. The 5-3 rule is not hard and fast. I personally need 6 or 7 for under my neck, but it's a good rule of thumb. Anything that will push your head forward while sleeping on your back is going to cause you problems. It would be like slumping, except doing it while lying down. So beware of rolling over onto your back if you have the tall towel setup. Another point about sleeping on your back with this setup, it's very picky if you have a pillow top mattress. It practically won't work because the towels sink in and won't support your neck. From a personal standpoint, I never fell asleep on my back before I learned this technique. It didn't work on my Tempur-Pedic bed at all, but it worked on my guest bed the first time I tried it. I fell asleep on my back and woke up in the same position. So you can see how Michael's neck is getting pushed, head and neck are getting pushed forward by the tall stack of towels. A lot of tossing and turning comes from trying to get comfortable. So using the pillow setups, along with instructions for a proper mattress, will drastically reduce tossing and turning. Not completely, but surprisingly so. A final note about your sleep. People have heard to sleep with a pillow between their legs. I know that chiropractors have even advocated this. Avoid using this if possible though, because you're shifting the stress of one point, in your knees or hips, to another point somewhere else in your body. Fine-tune your sleep setup and see how you do with no pillow between your knees. If you need something to keep your knees from rubbing, then try something much thinner than a pillow, like a hand towel.